Hello, my name is Richard Nosek and I'm Senior Digital Strategist at ImageX. In today's SEO training video, we're going to be looking at how to implement some of the SEO best practices in Drupal. Specifically, we're going to be looking at how to add SEO meta tags, how to create a unique URL or a URL alias, and we're also going to look at how to redirect a page. It would be helpful to have your SEO best practices guide on hand. If you haven't received this yet, then you can ask your ImageX project manager and we'll be able to send that over to you. This guide is comprehensive and looks at how to write effectively for SEO, but specifically we're going to be talking about the title tags and the meta description today. So let's go ahead and log into the back of Drupal for one of your pages. You're going to find your meta tags over here on the right-hand side under Published. You'll see down here a menu, Meta Tags. You can open that up. We're looking for the basic tags. Click on that and open up that as well. You'll probably see something that looks like this, page title, and then you'll see this little bit of code, node : title, pipe bar, node : site. What you're looking at here in Drupal language is called a token. And when Drupal is configured, we set up tokens to populate some of the fields automatically with information. And in most cases, a typical configuration is that the SEO tag for the title will grab the page title up here, and we'll also grab the site or site name. Now, this isn't necessarily the most effective SEO title from an SEO best practices point of view. But at the very least, if you create a page and publish it, and you don't give it any kind of basic SEO title tag or description, there will be something there for Google to index. Now, depending on how you go about managing your content, some clients will use a Word doc. Copy and paste the title for the page into the page title field. Do the same thing then for your description, and of course you're following best practices for writing your titles and your meta descriptions. And it's as simple as that. You just overwrite those tokens with your customized SEO-friendly title tag and meta description following SEO best practices. And then simply click on Save. The next element we're going to be looking at is how to create a custom URL or a URL alias. This is something that you might want to do when the page URL is too long, for example, to share on social media nicely, or to share in an email, or even in some cases, on printed material. You're going to log into the page, and again, you're going to look over here on the right-hand side under Published, and you look down, there's a menu item called URL alias. How Drupal works is that when this is checked, generate automatic URL alias, it will typically be grabbing whatever the page title is to create that URL. And you can see how some page titles might not be really a friendly title. They might not be friendly for users. They might be a little bit too long for making them effective at sharing. So you can overwrite them. Simply check this, and then again, you will be copy and pasting whatever URL it is that you want to use as your SEO-friendly, user-friendly URL alias, and then simply click Save. The last element that we're going to be looking at is how to create or how to redirect a page. You might want to do this in some instances when your page is no longer valid or the information has changed. That URL may still exist. People could theoretically browse to that page, but we could set up a URL redirect so that if they do land on that page, they're going to be simply redirected to the new page. Click on Add URL Redirect, which you'll find in this right-hand column under Published. That'll open up another window, and it'll allow you to type in the path of the page you want to direct from, and add then the page you want to redirect to. And typically, you're going to use the 301 moved permanently as the redirect method, and then click Save. Again, a helpful resource for this is your SEO Best Practices Guide. If you don't have that yet, contact us and we'll get it to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much.